Hey, it's Nate with another piano tutorial. Today I'm gonna do The Adults Are Talking by The Strokes. I've always loved this band, and this is on their newest album. It's kind of unusual for a band 20 years into their career to make one of their best songs. Obviously, it's kind of a guitar song on the recording, but I've translated it to piano, and I think it works really well, and I'm even gonna show you how to do a little bit of improvising in the guitar solo section. Anyway, I'll show you a quick preview of how it's going to sound, and then we're just gonna jump right in. They've been saying you're sophisticated. They're complaining, overeducated. You are saying all the words I'm dreaming. Say it after me. Don't go there, 'cause you'll never return. I know you think of me when you think of her, but then it don't make sense when you're trying hard to do the right thing, but without recompense. Alright, so before we jump in and start learning the chords that you need for this song, I recommend getting the chords and lyrics chart. I put a link down in the description. That'll help you follow along and see where the chords line up with the lyrics. And I'm going to start with the verse. We're going to come back and do the intro after we've done the chorus, because the intro has the underlying chords of the chorus and some other complicated stuff on top of it. So not a good place to start, but here is the chord progression for the verse. So we're going to need an F major chord, F, a C, all white notes, and I'm just hitting low F bass note in my left hand with my third finger. Then we also need a D minor. So also all white keys. My left hand can stay in the same spot, and I can just put that pinky down on the D, and then I just move that shape down to D, F, and A in the right hand. And let's just develop this first line a little bit. It goes around 3 times, and we're in 4/4 time, a really fast 4/4 time. We're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And each one of those measures gets 4 counts. So it's gonna be like F, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, D minor, 2, 3, 4, D minor, 2, 3, 4. And it goes around like that 3 times. And then we're gonna land on this C over E. We're gonna do a C chord in the right hand. And that's C, E, and G, once again, all white notes. And we're gonna do an E bass note in the left hand. Doesn't matter too much which finger you use for that part. And this lasts for 8 measures. You're really just hanging out on this C over E for a while. That's say it after me. It just kind of holds there for a while. So I'm gonna add a little bit more rhythm. There's a lot of just kind of fast guitar picking. It's a really energetic song. And I'm going to just do, with my right hand, just play the bottom note of the chord on every single count. And I'm gonna hit the full chord just on beat 1 of the first measure. So for the F, it's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything hits on the first beat, and then just the thumb kind of goes on the whole pulses. And then same thing for D minor. D minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to F, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. D minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna do the same thing when we get to the C over E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just do the whole chord every other measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me sing through that whole first verse so you can kind of see how this is all gonna work. They've been saying you're sophisticated. They're complaining, overeducated. You are saying all the words I'm dreaming. Say it after me. Say it after me. They will blame us. So then we are in the second verse. The second verse is just like the verse that I just sang through. It's just the words are a little different. And this is optional, but just so it feels like the song is kind of growing and getting a little bit more developed and energetic as I go, I might start adding, having the left hand do those rhythms too. So the chord holds, but then both hands do that. So like, they will blame us, crucify and shame us. we can't help it. Just gives it a little bit more energy. Final little detail that's optional is one of the electric guitars that's kind of doing that pulsing does 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just on beat 3 and 4 of the second measure of F, you can just step the right hand up to a G. I might throw that in. It's kind of cool. All right, cool. So that's the verses. In the verse 3 after the chorus and stuff is going to be just the same thing. So let's do the chorus. Here's the chord progression for the chorus. We are going to need a G minor. So that's going to be G, B flat, and D. I'm going to use my 4th finger for a left hand, just single bass note on G there. Now we've got a C chord. We're not going to do it like we did before. It's going to be inverted up to like this. I'm going to use my thumb on the bass note. So that's G, C, and E for the right hand chord. Now notice getting from that G minor to the C is really smooth. Our thumb can stay in the same place. Now we're going to do an F chord. Once again, we're not going to do the root position before. We're going to do an inversion. We are going to do our pinky on the F bass note here. Right hand can do A, C, and F. And then we're going to move that to a B flat major chord. We can just take our 2nd finger here and put it on B flat. And the right hand chord is B flat, D, and F. And once again, notice the smooth transition there. Our pinky can stay on the F between the F chord and the B flat chord. So it's 2 measures of each of those. And I am just going to play quarter notes. I'm just going to play on every single count in both hands. G minor 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. C 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. F 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. B flat 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If that's sounding really kind of jumpy, it might be because I am using the sustain pedal to smooth things out. So you might want to try that, just holding down the sustain pedal with a little quick lift right when the chord changes. If you need a little extra practice, check out my video all about sustain pedal lift timing. So the chorus is just 2 times through that progression with the singing. So here's the chorus. Don't go there, 'cause you'll never return. I know you think of me when you think of her, and then it don't make sense when you're trying hard to do the right thing but without recompense. And then you did something wrong and you said it was great, and now you don't know how you could ever complain, because you're all confused, 'cause you want me to, but then you want me to do the same as you. Cool, that's the chorus. After we're done with that chorus, we've got an instrumental section. It's kind of like a guitar solo section. It goes back to, in terms of the underlying chords, like the verse. So the left hand bass notes are just going to be F 2 3 4 2 2 3 4 D 2 3 4, and just like the verse, it goes around those chords 3 times before going to a C over E. But this is where the guitar solo is, and there's a bunch of different guitar parts kind of coming in and out, a bunch of melodies. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to try to map them all out and memorize them all. I bet some of it was improvised. So I'm just going to improvise using the notes that I hear in those guitar parts. Now, basically, you can use any white key except don't use a B, because that's going to sound bad. Because in the scale we're using, B's are flat. You could throw B flat in there, but I think it would be easier to just stick with maybe like a D 5-finger scale. I'm gonna start it on F, but just gonna mess around. And you can break out of that. Like you can go down to that C. Go up higher. But you don't actually have to play that many notes. You can leave a lot of space. Just play around with it if you just kind of... It's gonna sound good if you are using the notes that I'm talking about. So it does that 3 times, and then when it goes to the C over E, that's the point where it kind of goes back to the right hand playing chords. So you're gonna pulse the C's and just hit a C inversion here. I'm gonna use E, G, and C. That sounds like what the guitar does there. And I know this is getting a little complicated, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You were waiting. Then we're in the verse. So I didn't mention it, but this C over E just lasts 4 measures instead of the 8 measures it does when it happens at the end of the verses. All right, so as I mentioned, we skipped the intro. Maybe let's talk about that now. This gets a little bit complicated because what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the guitar melody on the right hand. That's the it's basically, it's what the vocals do in the chorus, and the guitar actually doubles the vocals in the chorus. Anyway, this is what the intro is going to sound like when we're all done with it, but I'm going to map it all out for you in a second. And then that's where it cuts to they've been saying. So line by line, here's the notes. The first one is B flat, G, 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 B flat, G, 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 G. So all that happens between B flats and Gs. And this is as the left hand is on a G bass note. We can just hold the bass notes for now, so we don't have to worry about the rhythm interplay between the hands. B flat, G, 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 B flat, G, 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 G. I think I was saying B before. They're all B flats. It's just kind of hard to say that quick. And where the letters are closer together are eighth notes, so we're thinking not just 1, 2, 3, 4, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the spaces in between. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and, like that. So in the next line, that's where the underlying chord becomes a C, and it's really similar, the same rhythm for all of these lines, just one note changes at a time in general. So we got B flat, E, 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 B flat, E, 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 and then just that last note before we walk up to the next line is G, and then we've got, this is where the left hand goes to the F bass note, A, F, 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 A, F, 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 G. Once again, on that very last one, we're kind of walking up to a G. And then we've got A, D, 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 A, D, 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 A. So that A at the end there is kind of leading back into, it repeats around. We've got B flat, G, 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 B flat, G, 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 A. This is the melody and the chord progression starting over again. The only difference from the first time is instead of going G, 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 at the end of the line it goes G, G, A. You could do it either way, either time. The variation isn't that important, but it's kind of cool. It's what you hear on the album. Then we have another B flat, E, 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 B flat, E, 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 G. Now this is a little weird. It only does one measure of the F here before the verse starts. A, F, 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 and then it rests for a measure. A, F, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the chord chart, it just says N, C for no chord there. So no music, but that's where the vocals go. They've been, and then the verse comes in. So if you want to include the quarter note pulses from the left hand, it gets a little bit complicated with the interplay. When you get the hang of the right hand, you might be able to just kind of put them together by ear, because it is the same rhythm and melody that you sing while playing in the choruses. But here is how the left and right hand line up. So we've got all the left hand hits here. That's just on every count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here is where the right hand notes interact with it. So at first you're just doing right and left together, and then it kind of breaks off. Here, I'm going to do it just on single G notes. It's a good way to practice. So just together, 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 right, left, right, together, right. That sounds really crazy, but if you just take it slow and map it out, just kind of be robotic about it. Together, 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 right, left, right, together, right. And then you can slowly start speeding it up. Again. Looping it around. And then when you get the hang of that, you can add those notes in. And that's how you do it. But like I said, if you want to just keep it a little bit simpler and just hold the notes in the left hand, that works. Or if you want to keep it really simple and just do the chords like you do on the chorus, just for a line and a half of the chorus, that also works. All right, we're almost there. So kind of jumping back ahead to where we were, after that instrumental, we got the verse, another chorus, just like the first chorus. Then we've got the bridge. From the second chorus on out, the whole song is just doing the chord progression of the chorus over and over again. The bridge is just an extension of the chorus with different vocals. I don't want anything. I know it's not your fault. So, and I'm singing all this an octave lower because I am not Julian Casablancas. And then I've got it labeled that the outro starts where he goes, ooh. And then there's another time through with just the full chords. I might do some of that rhythm we were just practicing, just on the chords, da, 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 just to give it some extra rhythm here. Then for the rest of the song, we've got this cool riff. So that is just, it's more of an arpeggio, really. The right hand does not deviate at all from just playing the notes of the chords as we've been voicing them. So it's the same rhythm every time and the same pattern. If you just think about it as the three notes that your right hand is playing for each chord as bottom, middle, and top, the pattern is top, middle, bottom. Top, middle, bottom. And then, of course, for the C chord, top, middle, bottom. And then for the F chord, top, middle, bottom. B flat, top, middle, bottom. Rhythmically, it's important to realize it doesn't come in right on beat one. It comes in an eighth note late. So it's like 1 and 2. And here is how the hands would line up if you want to do those steady quarter note pulses in the left hand, which I'm going to do. So it'd be, once again, let's just practice this rhythm on single Gs. So it'd be left, right together, right, left, right. And then the second part of it is just those steady left quarter notes. Left, right together, right, left, left. But you can take it a lot slower than that as you just kind of piece it together. But it's going to sound like. Left, right together, right, left. So for the rest of the song, I'm just going to be riffing on that. That's where there's those kind of like ad-libby vocals where he says stockholders, same shit, different life. Maybe not tonight. All that stuff. I can't really pull that off. That's so Julian Casablancas, like rock star energy. So I'm probably not going to add that to my version, but it feels like it's just sort of tossed off at the end. Maybe you'll want to say that maybe not tonight. That maybe feels important. But on the recording, it kind of fades out, I think. I'm just going to end on a B flat chord. So probably the last time through I'll go. I think that feels like a pretty good place to end. All right, thank you for sticking with me. I'm going to do a full cover now where I just play the whole thing from beginning to end so you can see how all these parts we've been talking about fit together. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell so you know when I come out with more videos like this. Give the video a thumbs up. All these things help my channel grow and reach more people, which is what I want. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions of your own. This actually was a request. I already loved the song, but then someone made a comment asking for it, and I thought, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Anyway, here's my version of The Adults Are Talking. They've been saying you're sophisticated. They're complaining, overeducated. You are saying all the words I'm dreaming. Say it after me. Say it after me. They will blame us, crucify and shame us. We can't help it if we are a problem. We are trying hard to get your attention. I'm climbing up your wall, climbing up your wall. Don't go there, 'cause you'll never return. I know you think of me when you think of her, but then it don't make sense when you're trying hard to do the right thing, but without recompense. And then you did something wrong and you said it was great, and now you don't know how you could ever complain, because you're all confused, 'cause you want me to, but then you want me to do the same as you. You were waiting for the elevator. You were saying all the things I'm dreaming. No more asking questions or excuses. Information's here and everywhere. Don't go there, 'cause you'll never return. I know you think of me when you think of her, but then it don't make sense when you're trying hard to do the right thing, but without recompense. Then you did something wrong and you said it was great, but now you don't know how you could ever complain, because you're all confused, 'cause you want me to, but then you want me to do